Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Becoming Brittany J. I am Brittany J, and this channel is all about peace, purpose, and guidance. I am continuously taking you guys on a journey with me as I continue to grow through life peacefully and allowing God to really lead me in my life for real. So, welcome back, y'all. For those of you who already been here, welcome back. For those of you who are new here, welcome. Um, I'm excited about today's topic. Like I told y'all in the last video, we will be talking about temptation, you know? So, in my previous video, I was talking about, my fast last year in June 2022. It's literally been a year now that I have been transforming and changing in my life, and really, like, it has been for the better, and I'm so thankful. Like, at first, it was tough, it was hard, things didn't make sense to me, but now that I have really been walking in this and really becoming who I need to be, like, I have developed into such an amazing young woman for real. And it's crazy because I can say woman now. Before, I was not even calling myself a woman, I was saying a girl. And ain't nothing about me a little girl. So I think you really have to grow and go through some things and realize those things, and I mean, like, actually grow from them, because you can realize so much stuff about yourself, but you don't really, like, develop or become who you need to be if you're not growing from those things. So that's why I say that. So shout out to that fast, man. That fast really changed my life. I'm so happy. It has made me become, like, such a better decision maker, with just how I choose to move in my life. Like, life has not been perfect and it has not been easy, but it has been a lot more easier. Things in life aren't simple, but if you, like, are intentional about the way that you move, and if you are serious about making changes in your life, then it can be easier than what it has to be. Like, sometimes we just put the things that we go through, we just put so much on ourselves, and we're so hard on ourselves, when really, like, the only reason we go through the things that we go through is simply because of us and the decisions that we make. So when we start to be real with ourselves and actually, like, trying to do something to change, like, our situations and the things that we go through, then we can't really place the blame on anybody but us. So yeah, that's why I made this channel, to help other people, because, like, like I said, the fast really changed my life, and I'm just on a mission to help, like, the people that it is that I'm meant to help, because I'm like, dang, like, if I can make these changes, it's so many other women out there that are literally still who I was, like, who Brittany was. And not to say that I'm, like, I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else, but literally, like, I just feel like I want to free so many people of the things, of the shackles that, that they're chained to, literally. And that's what it is. Like, you're chained to shackles of your life based off of just how you grew up to be and who you became and stuff like that. When really, like, sometimes we're suffering, but we're only suffering because, from ourselves, from our environments and stuff. And that literally, all of that stuff is a choice. All of it is a choice. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. But let's get into the topic. Today's topic is all about fighting temptation. Okay. Now, as y'all know, like I said, the fast that I did was a year ago. And along that time, I kind of made, like, transparency videos, just about some personal things and stuff like that. And I haven't really given an update. So I guess this can be like a fighting temptation video / transparency post, whatever. It's cool. But yeah, so let's get into it. So I remember, like, after my fast, somebody had asked me, like, how do you fight the temptation to want to, like, engage in the things that you already been doing? And when it comes to fighting temptation, it's not just temptation as far as, like, sexual. It can literally be anything. Temptation to the things that you completely, like, give yourself to, that you probably don't even realize it, whether it's eating, overeating, whether it's watching too much TV, whether it's smoking, whether it's drinking, whether it's going out and partying. Like, literally, like, it could be anything. Fighting temptation to talking to a certain person, negative self-talk, like, you could literally, like, the temptation is temptation for everything. And I think that was something that was a fear for me when I did decide that I wanted to do a fast. I was scared that I wasn't gonna be able to fight off my urges that that I felt like I was dealing with before. But I'm not gonna lie, like, when it came to certain things, I promise you, it felt like God took my urges away, like, immediately, when I decided to, like, give myself to the fast completely. I'm not lying. I'm not lying, because like really the main one, y'all know I be really transparent or whatever, because it's whatever, it's gonna help other people, so I don't care. But like my main one was sex. Like I was sexually active or whatever, and I'm like, okay, I wrote everything else down on my list that I was fasting from, but I did not write sex down because I'm like, this is too much. I'm already stopping all this other stuff. Now, me not having sex, you're going a little bit too far. Like, you're going a little bit too far. I ain't gonna write that down. I may consider it, but I don't think I'm gonna write it down because, like, that's what I was doing. And it's so crazy because a week went by, I didn't have sex, and I'm like, okay, it's not too bad. I'm not dying. It's not too bad. Week 2 went by. I'm like, all right, like I'm still not gonna write it down, but let me see if I could try it. And then, as the rest of the time went on, I did not engage in sex during that whole time. And I'm so thankful that I didn't, because sorry y'all. I'm so thankful that I didn't, because the fast would have been so very pointless, so very pointless if I stopped doing all of those other things just for me to still be engaging in sex, and I think that's why I received the results that I received, because I literally pulled away from everything that I was consuming myself of that did not mean me well, and fighting temptation was like something that was it was like tough at times, but I think you have to find things to occupy your time, so you won't think about the things that you normally engaging in, and when I say replacements, when it comes to sex, I don't mean replacing it with masturbating either, because that don't count. Okay, like you cutting out sex, you got to cut that out too. But yeah, like for some people it's baby steps. Okay, I'm not telling everybody to completely stop doing all of these things at one time, because everybody's different, everybody's mental strength is different, and I think that's the most important part too, like knowing what you're capable of as far as like your mental strength. But try to push yourself too, don't be weak on yourself. And I think that's that's kind of the problem in a lot of people's situations. A lot of people like to be weak on themselves and like to really like go soft on themselves just because, well, I don't know, that's too much. Like you really tell yourself certain things, and that's you talking yourself out of like the things that you probably are capable of. But start training your mind to think differently. And over the years, I've really like been preparing myself mentally, and I did not realize it. But God is very like intentional. I feel like God is a little trickster, for real. God a little trickster. But I literally like used to do fast. Like after I graduated from college, I started like doing juicing and stuff like that. And I would literally not eat for like 2 weeks straight, but literally just drink smoothies 3 times a day. And doing stuff like that when you're so used to eating really builds up your mental strength. So literally anything, and it doesn't have to be that, but literally anything that you pull away from, that you're used to doing, and that you constantly indulging yourself in, if you pull away from it and tell your body no, even when your body still wants it and craves it, when I tell you, your mental strength is going to go through the roof, and you're going to be so untouchable, because you're telling yourself that you're in control of you, not this stuff around you. You're in control of you, okay? I just wish I could like grab you through the phone and shake you, so like you can understand that for real, because the importance of that is like, I can't stress it enough for real. So yeah, like when it comes to temptation, you will definitely be faced with temptation, especially if you are on a journey like this. You'll definitely be faced with temptation, but just remember, like I think the biggest why, like, well, why is it that you're doing what you're doing? Like, what's the reason behind it? And I think your why is going to always remind you that you don't want to go back into who it is that you were, or go back into the habits that you were engaging in, because it pushes you to go back into who you were, and it pushes you to go back into the situations that you was involved in. It pushes you to go back into the environments you were engaging in that wasn't, any good for you. The mindset, literally all of those things. So just remember like your why. Like, what's your big why? What's your big why? And for me, like my big why was I wanted peace in my life. Like I really wanted peace. But me discovering that I wanted peace developed into so many other things. Like, okay, I want peace. Well, now I don't want no toxic. I realize now that peace don't come with toxic situationships. Peace don't come with me talking shit about everybody. I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm really trying to stop cussing. But peace don't come with me talking about everybody. with my friends and gossiping. Peace don't come with me being around stagnant people that's not trying to grow or develop. So literally, like, I'm telling you, it's a snowball effect of how your life will start to really like show you who it is that you are and what it is that you got to let go of. And it's hard. Let me not say it's hard. It's challenging, but it's not hard. It's challenging, but it's possible. If you want to make changes in your life, you can do it. Literally. It's just challenging. That's all. It's just different because it's something that, you're not used to, but I promise you. And I know people, it's a cliche type of thing, but if I can do it, you can do it. Like a lot of people don't really see who people used to be. And I know a lot of y'all, like y'all probably don't know me on this channel, but it's a lot of people that do know me and y'all know who I was, like I wasn't this Brittany that y'all are seeing right now. Like the change and the transformation is out of this world. Okay. But that's why I'm doing this whole Instagram and YouTube and all of this, just to show my journey, to show y'all like where I started from, like the person who I was and how I'm growing and developing. Like literally my transformation from last year until now is like still crazy to me, because I told myself this is what I wanted to do and I put in the work and the effort to make these changes about myself. I invested in myself, my time, I invested my money, I invested just energy into wanting to learn more about who I am and figuring that out, and I didn't know nothing about myself. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that when it comes to temptation, and just like a quick little story. I told you I was going to do a transparency post too. But a quick little story. I feel like I said, it's almost like a full circle type of moment. Like, during that first season, when I first started this, I was tested with temptation, and, I passed, just throughout that whole entire time. And it seems like right before my fast, I was tested again. I've been tested, with temptation, like I guess, throughout this whole time. Not so much though. It just depends on what type of temptation we're talking about. But right now I'm talking about sexual temptation. I'm not gonna lie. And I was tested recently, and y'all, I thought I was gonna be weak to my knees. But again, that's why it's so important to remember your why. My why popped up in my head, and I'm like, damn, like I cannot do this. Like I cannot do this. I didn't work this hard, and I didn't go through all of this, and I didn't learn all of this just for me to go back down this rabbit hole of something that is not good or meant for me. I cannot. And I'm so happy that I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, just to go into my transparency post. So like y'all, if y'all, I am so tongue-tied lately. I don't know why. Probably because I haven't really been talking like that for real. That's why I'm such a chatterbox. Lord, I need to start getting on here talking more. But yeah, so transparency, you guys, I started my fast June 2022. Literally changed my life, literally made me look at myself in a different way. It just changed so many things about myself. So I think I made a transparency post maybe around 4 months or so when I was in it, and I couldn't believe it. Like I never in a million years would have thought I would be practicing abstinence or celibacy, and I'm still kind of unsure of what it is. I feel like I'm really leaning towards celibacy for real, because just everything that I've just been learning and just dealing with and going through, I'm just like, why not? I need a person to really know who I am for real, not knowing what so yeah, I've really been thinking long and hard about that. So but anyway, long story short, I'm so proud of myself, y'all. Tomorrow makes it, I guess, tomorrow makes it an official year that I have literally been like practicing abstinence, y'all. And like when I say practicing abstinence, I mean like 100%. Like I have not engaged in no sexual nothing, like literally nothing, like with no other person, not with myself, not with nothing. And I'm just so like, it's so crazy because a year ago nobody would have ever told me that I would have ever done anything like this, because like I'm not gonna lie, like sex, I enjoyed it, like that was just what I was doing. I was engaged in, I was involving myself in, and nobody could have ever told me this. Like I promise you, like nobody could have ever told me this. But when I tell y'all, I feel so like so at peace with myself. I don't feel like, I don't know, I just don't feel like that's something that I need. Like I used to feel like I used to need it, like need it, like crave it type of thing. And now I just feel so like sure of myself and knowing that I'm in control of myself. Like, not having sex really has taught me so much about myself. Oh my gosh, I'm telling y'all, when you start to really know who you are, you become untouchable. I want to scream to the top of my lungs. You become untouchable. Nobody can see you. Nobody can affect you in any type of way. Nobody can get you out of character. You are so in control of yourself. Man. So I'm going to just leave it at that, y'all. The temptation was real and I passed. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord that I passed. And I'm just happy. I'm excited, you know. Yeah, and even this transparency for me is like a lot, but I know it's going to help other people for real, because I know that y'all feel me. I know y'all feel what I'm saying. But yeah, and I know it's probably a lot of y'all that's like, I don't know about that. I said the same thing, okay? But when you stop, you become so sure of yourself. Can't nobody play with you, like, ever at all in your life. And not even just like with men or anything like that, but literally like, oh my gosh, I just wish I could scream it to the top of my lungs. Like, come on now. Like, I'm about to start preaching in here for real. It's crazy. But that's it, literally. So don't allow temptation to really be in control of your life. Just fight it off and beat it. Like, at the end of the day, it's all up in your mind. So if you fall weak to your knees, then just remember that it's your decision and nobody else's. Okay? But that's it, y'all. Until next time, I will see y'all soon. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And make sure y'all shop my candles. You know, like in the last video, I told y'all, these candles have been selling out. God has really been moving. These candles are made with meaningful intentions, and they smell amazing. Natural candle, good for your home, good for your health. And make sure y'all follow my candle. Make sure y'all follow my candle business at peaceofyou.aromatics on Instagram. But yeah, y'all, until next time, peace.